Aloha kakahiaka everyone, and happy Thursday. My name is Aniela and I'm a coach with the Be With Your Twin Flame program, and we are going to talk today about something that either will vary in each student that we've come across our plates here, or this may very well speak to you, because I noticed as a coach in this program for a few years now that there's a lot of people that have this anger inside of them. They're so freaking mad on this journey, and I can totally relate. I have come from that place myself, although I have been able to witness in my students as well as myself what energy balancing can do for even anger on this journey. So when we're looking at it, we are looking, and we're always going to tell you folks, anger is a very valid emotion. Being angry about things, or maybe how things went down, or how things played out on your journey, it is a very valid emotion. So please never ever feel like you have to stuff that down. In fact, the more you stuff it down and literally, in layman's term, pretend like you're not angry, the more it will fester and explode at some point. Now, even there's people we know, there's students I've had over the years that they're not used to this anger coming up, this emotion coming up. They're typically happy-go-lucky people. I myself, I am one of those people. I try to look for the humor in everything, and I found myself pissed off more than anything when I was on this journey, especially in the very beginning, excuse me, and I was learning how to understand what was actually happening, especially in the very beginning. So when you're in that place and you are seeing yourself behave unlike anything else you've ever had to experience before, these thoughts that are coming, it's like, what the heck is going on? Always feel the feelings, folks. Anger is not bad. We look and we're taught that anger is a bad thing in our culture, in our societies. Growing up, anger is a bad thing. Oh no, you can't be mad at this, you can't be mad at that. We are taught that, and we are conditioned, and we go through life believing that, even at a subconscious level. And a lot of times what we end up doing is suppressing those feelings, pushing them down, stuffing them down, until there comes a point, especially on this journey a lot of times, where the energy is ultra intense. It's like it's on steroids, that you will not be able to contain it anymore. One word here that I will interject that's very, very important, folks. The anger is your feelings. There is absolutely no reason to be dumping your shit or taking it out on other people. It is hard. I will definitely relate and give you that. It is difficult. But in that case, all the more, folks, all the more, you don't go dumping your shit on someone else. Get alone. Get alone by yourself where you can let this out. Punch a pillow. Scream to the highest pitch you can. Get it out. Feel it. Let it run through you. But do not, especially on the twin flame journey, do not project that and dump that shit on anyone else, namely on this journey, the twin flame, because that's pushing out, and it'll push them energetically further away. So what is this anger? I'm not even gonna get into it, because a lot of people, especially where a lot of folks are tuning into these videos, they're not even gonna relate that anger truly is fear. It is the fear-based energy, but it's the root of being in fear. Anger is fear. And what are we trying to do? Reduce, neutralize, and balance the fear and the fear-based energy. Fear is of the fear-based energy. But the root, 99.9% of the time, as I have known it to be for myself as well as my students, it is looking for blame. It is looking for someone or something or some situation to blame. And where does that wanting to blame come from? Feeling like a victim, that someone did something to you. So you're gonna blame them, you're gonna be angry, especially if they're ghosting you, especially if you have no way of getting in contact with them on this journey. Your twin flame has ghosted you, and they're not hearing you, they're not answering you, they're not replying to you, they're doing shit, they're just ghosted, they're gone. And you feel like, I gotta hash this out with her. I gotta let her know what she did to me. I gotta let him know my little piece here. No. That is the blame right there. The anger is not that anyone did something to you, folks. It's how you're reacting to what's happening. And on this journey, people react to what they think is going on because they're comparing it to other relationships. They're comparing it to what their friends and family is telling them happened to them. They are reacting completely out of thoughts in the mind and a lot of gossip going on to what they think is happening. And I can promise you, if you're on this journey and you've never picked up a lick of Elle's teaching materials in any of her programs or books, what you're thinking this journey is not. So literally, you're reacting to some made-up bullshit in your mind about what this journey is, what the twin flame did, what the twin flame didn't do. Now, when you're reacting to that, like I said, especially if they're the ghost, they're that ghost scenario, they're that ghost dynamic on your journey, you feel like you have nothing to vent it to. You feel like there's no vent. Folks, I'm going to give you a little piece of information right now. There is never a need to vent to anyone. We look for our friends to vent to. We look for our families to vent to. And what does that do? It starts drumming everything up again, pissing you off again, especially when they start interjecting. Yeah, she did that. Whoa, he did that. Wow. Especially when they start doing that, then this fear-based energy just makes you feel worse. People think they feel better after venting. That's just because on this journey, you gave your fear-based energy a hit of the twin flame, the drug of choice. Because this, folks, is very, very, very much so an obsession and an addiction. So when you're giving that hit, yeah, it might feel good for a little while, but what happens when that energy comes down? You feel like shit. You absolutely crash and you feel like shit. So my question to you, there is nothing, folks, wrong with getting angry, but can you use that? Can you use that to get to a better place? Absolutely. And you're gonna have to feel your way through that first. You're gonna have to let it run through you so that you can get past that. Because the only way you can get to a better place, if you're one of those people that's locked in this anger, I'm pissed off as hell kind of place, the only way to get to that better place is to walk through it. And how do you do that? You start learning how to balance this energy. Because if not, folks, you're just going to be getting pissed off. The more information comes in, the more pissed off you're going to get. And let me ask you this, and I asked this a couple of days ago on another live. Who's getting crazy? Who's reacting? Who's pissed off as hell? Sometimes can't even go to work. Sometimes cannot even have a conversation with a client or a customer, let alone your children too. Who's doing that? You. Where are they? And a lot of times people are going, don't they know I'm pissed off? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's literally your kuleana. In other words, in Hawaiian, kuleana means your responsibility. That's what it means. Your anger is your issue. It's your responsibility. And can you shift it? Oh, folks, absolutely. Absolutely. I used to be known as what's called a snap case because I could go from 0 to 88 like that. You know, it was just how I was wired and I was conditioned to be in my life. And once I started learning about this balancing of the fear-based energy, oh boy, that anger just started to come down, and it is one of the most beautiful things you will ever know. Folks, if that's you, it's okay. It's okay. It's perfectly okay. One of the biggest rewards for me as a coach, as I'm sure it is for many of the coaches in our programs, is to see the transformation take place in our students who have had this type of issue with anger and they're not sure what to do with it, let alone how to shift it. We know how, folks. It's all about learning to balance your fear-based energy. Alrighty, so I hope that helps all of you. I hope that helps those that this message needed to reach today. We're gonna send you off on this Thursday. Happy Thursday. Take good care. Have a wonderful weekend coming up. Ahui ho and malama pono. Bye, everyone.